All right, how's everyone doing tonight? Happy to be at Friday night, I'm sure, as we always are, right? So we've got a lot of fun tonight. We've got one new release product, and we're going to kick off the night with that. That's our Leaf Flash Baseball. Then we'll open some plates and patches football. That came out Wednesday night, so it's pretty new too. And then we're going to do our first break of Revolution, the Chinese New Year edition. Well, our first break for 2018-19. We broke it last year, of course, but that doesn't count, right? We're only worried about this year. So, of course, before we actually start tearing into our boxes and our packs, there's a little pre-break information that I go over each time. So let's go ahead and get that up and running. Whoops, that's not it. I put you on the wrong screen, didn't I? Uh-oh, I don't know what I did there. Hang on. Sorry, that's all my bad. I hit the wrong button twice, didn't I? Yeah, I know, right? It's like a Monday on a Friday or something. Okay, so feedback. It is completely automated. I do that so that you don't ever have to wait on me. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get positive feedback in return. And of course, the second thing there is just a note to say thank you. I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats and hangs out with me, keeps me company, and all that kind of stuff. And did I already switch us to our other view? I've lost my track of what I'm doing tonight. But this is what we were looking at, I hope. Now we should be looking at this. I don't know, man. I'm out of sync, aren't I? Too much Red Bull again, I think. All right, so this is a look at what we're going to be breaking in the days ahead. This particular stuff, it's already up and listed on eBay. You know, just if you want to know what's coming up. So tomorrow night, Leaf Autograph Football Jersey, another case of Leaf Flash Baseball, and then we're going to open a half case of Prism Retail. It's a 20-box case, so a half case is going to be 10 boxes of that, and it is the start of a new case for those of you who care about that sort of thing. On Sunday, it'll be a Gold Rush Premier Players Baseball. That's a full case. It's buyback hits, and they are supposed to be of some of the, you know, high-end, top, whatever you want to call them, superstars, more desirable players, hence the name Premier Players. We will open also on Sunday night another 20-box master case of Panini One Football. Monday night, we're going to open Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseball 3-box case, a third case of Leaf Flash, and a third case of Plates and Patches Football. Tuesday night will be a Leaf Autograph Multisport Jersey, and then we're going to open Top Series 1 Jumbo again. Once again, it'll be a full case, and once again, base cards will have their own bidding position. Okay, so base cards don't ship to the teams in that. They get autographs, relics, numbered cards, and whatever Topps defines as an insert. Everything else considered base. On Wednesday, we have two new releases. We'll open them both by the full case on Wednesday night. That is the high-end Impeccable Basketball and everybody's favorite Select. That says basketball. It's not basketball. It's Select Football. I don't know why I said it's Select Basketball, because I was made a mistake, didn't I? I need to fix that. Let's fix that. Yeah, well, now I've got a typo. Good grief. I told you guys too much Red Bull. You didn't believe me, but it's true. All right, so let's try that again. It's going to be 2018 Select Football and 2018-19 Impeccable Basketball for Wednesday the 20th. Now, what you need to know about what we're opening tonight. Everything tonight is a paid shipping break. That's Flash, Plates and Patches, and Revolution. There is no mail service on Monday, guys and gals. It is President's Day, so no mail picked up, no mail delivered. Means that if I don't get it out tomorrow, which I've got another break going out ahead of yours, so I think we're looking at Tuesday getting this stuff out the door. And of course, as always, if you are in one of these paid shipping breaks and your team does not pull a single card of any sort, then you will still get consolation cards. They will ship out with the rest of the break since it is a paid shipping break, okay? So I think, you know, and Tuesday I think is pretty realistic there. If something unusual happened, it could slide to Wednesday, but I think it will probably be Tuesday. And please keep in mind, I may print some of your shipping labels Saturday night. It could be Sunday. It could be Monday. Even so, it's not going to be picked up until Tuesday since there's no mail on Monday. All right, first up, a 12-box case of 2018 Leaf Flash Baseball. It is a full case break, break number 1. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Friday night, the 15th of February. You've got team names on the left-hand side, and guess what? Your name is up in lights across from your team on the right-hand side if you are the lucky winning bidder in here tonight. And, of course, a new spreadsheet will go up before the start of each break. So if you're here for one of the other breaks, other than this one that we're getting ready to do here with Leaf Flash, I'm just adjusting that angle slightly, then you're going to get a chance to see your name up there shortly. Finally, I am going to do a little hocus pocus here with the focus. Oh, I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but it did, and then it was really cheesy, but it's too late. It was already out. So what I meant to say is, yeah, I messed with the focus. I did it on purpose. I know part of it looks like it's out of focus now, but please don't worry. We're going to be able to see all of our cards up nice and close. Now, here's what else we need to talk about with Leaf Flash Baseball while I'm getting all this out of the case. I imagine most of you, many of you, maybe all of you have opened these Leaf Baseball products before. So as such, you know that they don't have the team name or team logo on it. And that's the same way with all the Panini releases. That's because Topps is the only one who can print that official team name or team logo. So in the case of this, where we don't have that information available, the players are going to go to their current teams. Now, I will define a current team by looking at MILB.com, which is the website for minor league baseball, and or MLB.com, which is the site for Major League Baseball. And of course, recently traded players, as long as they show up in the transaction history on MLB.com or MILB.com, that's where they're going to go. And, you know, most of these, because this just came out today, so this is my first pass with it too. So some of these I'm going to know the teams, some of these I may not remember the teams, and we can look them up if you want. Normally I look them up after the break, but if anybody's got a question about one that I don't know, we can certainly check it out live. You just jump into chat and let me know. And what else? I do double check them all before I send them out. So even if I tell you tonight, like say for instance, you know, I think this player is XYZ team, I will double check it before it goes out the door to you. And if I find that they have been traded or it's not the correct team for some reason or another, of course it's going to be sent to the correct team. So I think that's all the info we need. Now let me take a look over here and see if I can get caught up on chat. So Bryce is here and Kent. And Kenji's here. I'm going to call that Kenji. Is that how we pronounce that? I could be pronouncing that totally wrong. And if I am, I'm really sorry. I'm terrible at pronouncing names and usernames. So if I butchered your name, please forgive me. And Latch is here. Kent is looking for some Casey Mize for the Detroit Tigers. And Brody and Greg. Hi, Greg. Greg, you've got a Carson Wentz up for sale on eBay, do you now? All right. And Brody, happy Friday back to you. And Latch, I am doing great, man. And I had a good day here today. Very productive. Got a lot of stuff shipped out the door and on the way to you guys and gals. So I always count that as a good day anyway. And let's see. What else? I'm scrolling down through here. And Ron says he is hoping to get a good return for his investment. He says he spent $200 on this break, so he's hoping to see a lot come out of it then. So, all right, well, we will hope for the best in that sense. Now, the other thing you need to know, of course, here about our dear friends at Leaf is that these things come right out of the box, ready to go. As you see, they're in top loaders, they're in sleeves, and you know, as such, they're, did I not cut that one? As such, they're generally in pretty good shape inside those sleeves and top loaders. So that's another little bonus point there for Leaf. All right, so Thomas, you said that Tampa has a boatload of talent and included in these products. Oh, for sure it did. Kent, did probably, I don't know, did you get a shipping notice today? Anything that you saw a shipping notice for is in the hands of the post office. So I think it did, but I wouldn't absolutely swear to it because I did get a lot of stuff out today. But tracking number on eBay is definitely, if you got one, then for sure. And Ron, this is your first time. Well, welcome, Ron. It's good to see you. All right, so first up here is Ethan Hankins. And once again, guys, please remember it's going to current team. And I'm going to call out on some of these who I think that current team is. Now, in the event that maybe somebody's been recently traded and I'm not remembering correctly, please feel free to call out and tell me. And, of course, again, I will verify it, MILB or MLB.com before it ships. I believe Ethan Hankins is an Indian. You just took a look at Xavier Edwards, who the last I know was a Padre. And there is one Josh Stowers. He is to 15. And a few of these I have written down. He was traded recently. He's a Yankee, I do believe, these days. Matthew Liberatore. Matthew is numbered to 50. I like that kid. I think he's going to be pretty good. He is a Tampa Bay Ray. And we have ourselves a little 1-of-1 printing plate out of here tonight. Yeah, we do. And who is that? Ryan Rollison. Ryan should be a Colorado Rocky. Here comes Joey Bart. We know where he goes. San Francisco Giants. He is also numbered to 50. Next up, we are taking a look at Connor Scott. And Connor is numbered to 10. So very nice low number hit there. I believe Miami Marlins. Mike Ciani is my Cincinnati Reds, numbered to 50. And Lyon Richardson. Is Lyon a Kansas City Royal? I'm not 100% sure about that. No, he's a Red. Why can I never remember that kid is a Cincinnati Red? I don't know. I have a terrible time remembering him. And he's like from my own team. I can't remember him. I don't know why. Griffin Roberts, St. Louis Cardinals. Jonathan India. Okay, that's for sure my Cincinnati Reds. That's my Reds. Mr. Ronald Acuna, we know where he goes as well. How about that coming out for the Braves? Get things rolling. Ryan Rollison making another appearance for the Rockies, numbered to 50. A redemption for Joe Adell. That's going to be the Angels. Next up is Jackson Kowar. Now, Jackson here is a Kansas City Royal. I'm pretty sure. I tried to assign one of the one of the Reds to the Royals a minute ago, but Jackson there, I'm pretty sure, is actually a Royal. Next up, we have William Contreras. Should be, I think, the Braves, unless he was traded or anything recently. I believe he's the Braves. There's a nice one for the White Sox. Nick Madrigal coming out on the flash photography insert. And Fernando Tatis Jr., nice hit for the Padres. That is numbered to 10. San Diego, look at you go. I like that hit for the Padres. I imagine you do too, if you have San Diego, right? I think so. I think you will. Leaf Baseball is always so good. Their checklist is always just awesome in baseball. They do well in football too, but some years they seem like they have gaps in football, like where maybe they'll miss one or two players that you kind of like think, wow, you really kind of wanted those one or two players, but they don't miss many in baseball. Steele Walker. Steele is numbered to 50, and Steele Walker is the one that's the White Sox, right? Yeah. Because there's Steele Walker and there's Ryder Green, and I love both of those names for baseball. I think they're both just awesome names. If you have the St. Louis Cardinals, I bet that's exactly who you're looking for, isn't it? It's Nolan Gorman. Yes, nice. Daniel Lynch is out. Daniel, I do believe, is a Kansas City Royal. Caden Grenier Grenier is to 10. He's Baltimore Orioles. Next up is Ryan Weathers, and Ryan Weathers, I believe, is a Padre on our redemption. There's another Fernando Tatis Jr. Daggone Padres. Y'all are cleaning up over there, Padres. Yeah, I like that plan. This is Valera, and he is numbered to 25. We found him a little bit in Ultimate Draft, this is on like a metal draft card. I don't really know why it's in here, but it is. It's not on a flash card, but we've seen a couple of those. Anyway, he's an Indian. Next up is Cole Roederer. Cole is a Cubby. There's another one on Metal Draft. It's Jackson Kowar. So there's another one. That one's numbered to 15. Another one headed to Kansas City. Shane McClanahan to 15. That's not too shabby either, really. So Mr. Shane McClanahan, of course, headed to the Tampa Bay Rays. Louis Robert is out for the White Sox, numbered to 15. There's your man, Casey Mize. I know you were looking for him. How about that? Numbered to 50 for Casey Mize and the Tigers. Andrew Kenzer. Andrew, I always forget Andrew. Andrew. Cardinals, maybe, possibly, I think, maybe. Next up is Will Banfield, and Will is a Marlin, unless he was traded. Shane Bieber, and Shane is one I wrote down because I can't remember him ever. He's an Indian, I do believe. Oh, nice. Nice. Julio Pablo Martinez to 50. Yeah. Now, I don't think we've seen him in any of the other Leaf products yet, have we? I don't think we have. Now, maybe we have and I don't remember it, but I don't remember seeing him before. Phillies, look at you go here. You got Alec out on a Brilliance insert, and it is numbered to 50. That's actually just a cool looking card too. So, yeah, very nice. Shohei Ohtani makes an appearance for the Angels. Numbered to 50. Bryce, it could be, that could be it, Bryce. Why they put some of them in there is that they just, but usually if they don't have their autographs ready, they put in a redemption, and it would have just come out as a redemption. So I don't really quite exactly 100% know why it's in there that way, but I mean, maybe. Who knows? They do some interesting things sometimes at Leaf. This is numbered to 15. It's Michael Grove, Dodgers. Tristan Casas out to 50 for the Red Sox. Next up is Urias, and that is numbered to 50. Then we have Luken Baker. Sorry, I'm not saying who those were, was I? Luken Baker is the Cardinals. I got myself sidetracked. I'm sorry. Urias is the Padres, Baker is the Cardinals, and I think I kind of went off mentally in my head there for a minute. Sorry, took a little vacation. That was Grayson Rodriguez for the Orioles on the flash photography insert. Wander Franco is live. Very nice to 25. He has previously been primarily redemptions in here. So Tampa Bay Rays to hit Wander Franco live. Very nice hit. Very, very nice hit. Bryce, you have the Rockies in here, you said? I just now saw that. So you've had a couple of hits out of here then, too. Yeah, well, but you know what? We pulled Valera out of Ultimate Draft, or whatever we most recently opened. Wasn't it Ultimate Draft that we opened last month? But we actually pulled Valera out of there. So that's why I'm confused about why some of these guys are in here on that other card set. Who knows, though, really, truly, what Leaf is doing. I don't know. Yeah, Kenji, you're definitely in good shape. You said you didn't want to get shut out on the Angels. With Ohtani and Adele, you can definitely take a breath. That does put you in some pretty good company there, I think, so far. Oh, I am super jealous of this. I love this kid. And this is his first autograph I've seen in anything. This is Sean Jelly. He actually played here locally, and he's a Giant, San Francisco Giants. He's a pitcher, and I think he's going to be good in the long run. We'll see. Jared Kalenic, Flash Photography, Mariners. Another Jo Adell redemption, so your Angels in even better shape than they were a minute ago. Mr. Brady Singer /25 is out for the Kansas City Royals. And finally, we have ourselves a Pride card. This one, well, I say finally, we wouldn't normally find them in here. They're confusing me because they're putting in so many different card sets in this one product. I'm finding myself being confused. This is numbered to 20. And I don't really know where this goes with Junior Severino. I don't remember that. So, yes, indeed. I will have to look that up. I can't remember it. Jordan Groshans /15. Jordan is a Blue Jay, I do believe. Next up is Griffin. And Griffin here is a Blue Jay. So, Blue Jays went from none to a couple right there in a row. Taylor Wiedner, Taylor, Diamondbacks. Anthony Siegler, that is numbered to 50. And Anthony Siegler, of course, is a New York Yankee, unless he got traded. There were some trades that happened around there, so unless Siegler got traded, he's a Yankee. Okay, so... and here's Severino again. He's coming back to haunt me. I can't remember where he goes. He's going to sit up there. I'll look him up before we sign off of this break. Here comes Ryan Weathers again on another redemption. And another Nolan Gorman. Very nice. /50. So loading up on the Nolan Gormans. Mr. DJ Peters /50. And DJ there is a Dodger. Here's Logan Gilbert, Mariners, unless he got traded. Travis Swaggerty, I like that kid too. Flash Photography, Pirates. Bo Bichette, very nice hit on Brilliance insert. That is, again, for the Blue Jays. Jordan Adams, Flash Photography inset number /50. That is the Angels. Juan Soto, baby. Little Juan Soto Flash Photography redemption for the Nationals. Parker Meadows /25. And our dear friend Parker Meadows here is the Detroit Tigers. And Bobby Dahlbeck /50 is a Red Sox. Next up, there's Ryder Green. See, we had Steel Walker earlier. Now we get Ryder Green. I just love both those names. That is for the Yankees. Jeremiah Jackson. And, oh boy, I don't remember Jeremiah Jackson. I wonder if I wrote him down. Sometimes I write down the ones I can't remember because I know I'll have to look them up. An Angels for Jeremiah. There's another Sean Jelly. Very nice. I know and it's, it's numbered to 7. I know the Giants, you're probably more interested in Joey Bart right now, but I think you're going to be interested in that kid once you get to know him. Another Bo Bichette, that one numbered to 15 for the Blue Jays. We are coming into Last Box Mojo, putting the mojo in it. Let's see what we get out of it. And first up is Nick Schnell out of the, well, I say first up out of the last box. That, of course, is the Tampa Bay Rays. There's a second Joey Bart. So the Giants doing pretty well tonight. Simeon Woods Richardson /50 for the Mets. And Josh Breaux /10 for the Yankees. Jordan Groshans is out again. That one is numbered to 25. Oh, look at that. It was not only Last Box Mojo, the last card out of the last box. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. You know, if you had the Blue Jays, you were like, I've got these other hits, but where's my baby Vlad? There he is. Vlad Guerrero Jr. So all in all, I think a pretty solid case here. First go at Flash Baseball. Now, some of you have typed in there that this is the Twins. That does somewhat ring a bell, but you know me. I also am going to just go look it up real quick here because I'm a total, you know, whatever you want to call it, nerd, whatever. I like to look it up. I like to make sure that I know what's what before I go wandering off. Not that I don't trust you, because I absolutely do trust you. I know you guys are on it, and I appreciate the input. But since it's not my money I'm playing with here, it's your all's money, I do always just go do my due diligence. And so that is now officially pulled up at MILB.com on my tablet. And of course, you guys are 100% correct that it's the Minnesota Twins. So let's recap our Flash baseball. And since he happens to be sitting there, right there he is for the Twins. A pair of them. Yeah. There they are. Now, I'm not going to flip all these over on the recap to look at the numbering and everything, because we already did that. And if we did it again, it'd be just like doing the break twice. But what I am going to do is just go through them here so that you can take another look, or maybe somebody jumped in partway through and you didn't get to see everything. This is your chance to do that. And once again, I will double check all the teams that I called out tonight to make sure there weren't any trades that I'm forgetting about that took place that would change up any of the teams that I announced for anyone. But I think for the most part, we're covered with the couple that we already knew had been traded. So we're going to do more Flash baseball tomorrow night, Saturday night. And then we're going to do more next week, probably a couple, 2 or 3 different days next week. I've got a pretty good amount of Flash. So I always like the Leaf baseball. We generally will have 5 or 6, sometimes 7 or 8 cases of Leaf baseball on any given product. So you can expect to see this coming through again. And typically we have pretty good luck pulling the big names out of it. I mean, I think we had an Ohtani in every case that we opened of Ultimate Draft, and I think we had an Acuna in every case we opened of Ultimate Draft, the best I remember. We did pretty well. Now there's our 1 of 1 again on the printing plate. As a whole, we did pretty well with Ultimate Draft. I think we're going to do just as well, maybe better, with Leaf Flash. Okay, guys and gals, we are moving on down the road to Plates and Patches football, which was pretty flipping awesome when we opened it on Wednesday night. Because you know what? We pulled a Tom Brady autograph to 6. Yeah, we did, among other things. It was a great case. Looking forward to another one here in a minute. So once again, if you did not see this before, no mail service on Monday. Anticipating everything we're opening tonight will be shipped out on Tuesday. Could possibly go to Wednesday if something unexpected happens, but expect it to be Tuesday. Labels may be printed over the weekend. Could be anywhere from Saturday, afternoon, because the counter closes early, on up through Monday night, but none of it would go out until Tuesday. Okay, so that's the deal. And once again, if your team is not pulled, you are still going to get consolation cards in the mail, give you another shot at maybe having a little better luck. So if your team doesn't pull a single card, you will still get something. 12-box case of 2018 Plates and Patches football, full case break. This is break number 2. Of course, this just came out on Wednesday. We're going to happily get into another case of it here right now. It's one of my favorite products. I super, super love Plates and Patches from all years. I've always had a little bit of a weakness for it. I like that there's not loads of cards in it. There's like a good number of cards. There's a lot of it is hits. Everything is numbered. And there's always just cool stuff in it. And it seems like it's easier sometimes to pull the bigger names out of Plates and Patches. Like your Aaron Rodgers and Ben Roethlisbergers and Tom Brady's and guys that we don't see as often or are harder to pull in other sets. Seems to me they come out easier in Plates and Patches. Because, every year we pull some good stuff like Tom Brady kind of stuff out of P&P, So I think it's a fine little product here. Okay, so Greg, you said never repeat the previous case. What do you mean? I don't know exactly what you mean. That you don't want to know what came out of the last case? Is that what you mean? Or you don't want to know that we broke it before? I'm not sure which thing you're telling me there, Greg. Brad, you're looking for some Tennessee Titans. Very nice. We'll try to find you some Tennessee Titans. And Kent, that's right, that was your Tom Brady for sure. Headed your way. And James, there are sticker autographs in here, but honestly, these days, there's sticker autographs in dang near everything. So I've kind of had to get over my my thing about having sticker autographs versus hard signed autos, because anymore you're probably, the hard signed autograph is the exception rather than the rule these days, you know. So we have to kind of, I guess it's the evolution of it. The more products they produce and the more stuff they do, the more signatures they have to collect, the more we end up seeing things come out on stickers and stuff. So Kent, you're looking for Jackson, Allen, and Darnold. And Quest, you said Steelers and Jags working the mojo. Let's do it. Yeah, Greg, I don't know. I mean, I see what you're saying for sure. I don't really totally agree with it, though, because I've said that before about, in fact, I often say, you know, kind of here's some things we pulled out of some others and still gone on to have really nice breaks out of Panini One and plenty of other products. So I do feel what you're saying. I don't know that I totally, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I don't totally feel that way myself, but I will try to remember not to do that since it bothers you. And Ricky, you are looking for the Colts. Michael is looking to find Baker Mayfield. You know, we've had really good luck in general pulling Baker Mayfield a lot. We've actually pulled Baker a lot all year. He seems to be the one that comes out the most out of the rookie quarterbacks, which is kind of interesting considering that he was also the #1 pick. You usually would find him less, you know, because his autographs would be more expensive for Panini to include. But anyway. All right, so as you saw, we have got 1 pack per box, and everything in here, as I mentioned, is going to be numbered, including our base. That is numbered to 99. It is for the Giants with Janoris Jenkins. Calais Campbell comes out, numbered to 50, and that is for the Jags. Coming for the Buffalo Bills, we have some Josh Allen relic, and it's Supreme Swatches. It's numbered to 99. And a Super Bowl autograph right away. I love getting the Super Bowl autographs. This one is for the Raiders, and it's Ray Guy. I kind of dig getting the kickers, you know, because you don't get them like all that much, all that often, really. I don't know. A Jameis Winston printing plate, 1 of 1 out of Luminance. It's for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's got a little bit of a bend to it. I would imagine that everyone knows those printing plates really are used in the making and printing of the cards. So they quite frequently have scratches and they're slightly bent sometimes. Sometimes they have writing and numbers stamped on them, and they got all kinds of things going on. It's just part of their charm since they were used in the making of. That is James White to 99 for the Patriots. Devontae Adams, numbered to 20 for the Green Bay Packers. Our relic is going to be Nyheim Hines for the Colts. And that's a nice looking relic, actually. It's a really nice looking relic, and it's numbered to 50. That's pretty sweet for the Colts. A rewards point means one of our hits has been replaced by this. We'll give it out using random.org at the end of the break. Probably also means that we'll have one kind of big hit in here, I would imagine. Usually if you get a points card, we end up getting a pretty good hit along the way. Ryan Kerrigan for the Redskins, our printing plate out of 2018 Panini Football. Hey, hey, hey to you, Bobby B. How are you, Bobby? What's shaking in your corner of the world, Bobby? Greg, you watched 3 cases of this today, and you said you're seeing, oh, it's all the same cards? Wow, yeah, I don't know. That's unusual. That's numbered to 99. Hunter Henry for the Chargers. I mean, for sure, there's always going to be some duplication, but I'm surprised that it's like all the same stuff. Minkah Fitzpatrick for the Dolphins. That is numbered to 50. Maybe the checklist is not as diverse as I thought it was this year. I don't know. There's Marcus Mariota for the Tennessee Titans. Those are also nice looking relics. That is numbered to, I think it says 65? 85. I'm not seeing well, am I? To 85. The Patriots. James White. He is definitely a playmaker for you, especially at Super Bowl time. That is numbered to 49. Our 1/1 printing plate is Joshua Jackson out of Score Football. And was Josh Jackson, I always get the guy that plays for the Packers mixed up with the guy that plays for the Chargers. But whichever one he is, because that was obviously out of Score, it had the Iowa Hawkeyes, his collegiate team name on there. Obviously, it goes to his current NFL team. And I always say the wrong team for that guy. Oh, it's always the opposite of the one I think it is. All right. We have Roquan Smith, Chicago Bears, numbered to 99. And there's Geronimo Allison. Now, that's not one you're going to see very often. It is numbered to 20 for the Green Bay Packers. Laquan Treadwell with a patch trio for the Minnesota Vikings. It is numbered to 75. A redemption. It's going to sit right up there in housekeeping. I know, I'm so mean. It sits there face down. We'll flip it over at the end of the break, along with any other redemptions that we might find along the way. DeMarco Murray for the Titans out of Immaculate Football is our printing plate. Yeah, Brad, I know. You guys know my feeling on those points cards. I'm not a fan of them either. I certainly, I feel your pain on that one. I don't love them either. That is numbered to 99. It's LaShawn McCoy and the Buffalo Bills. Then we have Derrick Henry, numbered to 20 for the Tennessee Titans. Bobby B, you said match that James White with a Tom Brady. Man, if we pulled Tom Brady out of back-to-back cases, that would be something else, wouldn't it? I mean, we might, though. You never know. Stranger things have happened. This is McCaffrey and DJ Moore for the Panthers. It is numbered to 45. A couple of nice patches on either side. This is our autographed printing plate. And indeed, it is a nice hit. It is Matt Stafford for the Lions. It's out of 17 plates and patches, and that is a hard-signed autograph, 1/1, Matt Stafford for the Lions. Yeah, see what I mean about pulling autographs that are harder to pull in other card sets? That's an example. Joe Williams for the 49ers out of 2017 Immaculate, our 1/1 printing plate. Bobby, you think the redemption's going to be Tom Brady? Well, I mean, he's definitely live in here. He might have redemptions too, but I know for sure he's live in here because we did pull him live out of here real recently. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that is Peyton Barber to 99. Khalil Mack to 50 for the Chicago Bears. You said the Stafford was clean. I mean, for the most part, you've definitely got scratches on it for sure, and it's got a big line down it. I mean, on the back. You've definitely got scratches and some lines and some things from being used in the printing process, but from the front, you know, it looks good and the auto looks good, but for sure it's got the typical wear that you expect to see on a printing plate in terms of the surface marks. Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, numbered 250. Nice tricolor relics, both top and bottom. The Colts with Doris Fountain. Doris is numbered to 99, two-color relic and autograph. And our printing plate is Darqueze Dennard for the Bengals out of Immaculate. All right, what do we got next? So far, so good. It's Theo Riddick. Theo is numbered to 99 for the Lions. Next up to 20 is Nelson Agholor for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Saints with Alvin Kamara. That's a nice big patch. Full coverage, I think, is what that patch has on it, doesn't it? Yeah. Where's the number on that? Was it on the back? I didn't see it. Oh, it was. Duh. Sorry. It's the 85. I'm used to them being numbered on the front. We have another points card, so is it possible that we're going to have another hit? Maybe. Maybe. San Francisco 49ers, there is one Joe Williams out of 2017 Rookies and Stars football. Oh, Latch, that's your first Patrick Mahomes card? Well, nice, man. You know I love that kid, so I think, yeah, he's a good one to start collecting early for sure. Numbered to 10 for the Texans, that was Will Fuller. Is this Joe Flacco numbered to 50? No, it's not. It's Willie Snead. I've just got Joe Flacco on the brain. Can you all even believe that that's what Elway did? I mean, does that not just blow your mind? I have been saying for over a year now that the problem with the Broncos is John Elway. I know that they love the guy. I know he's like a hero for how he used to play there, but he's been a terrible general manager for them. Let's just face it, because he can't get a quarterback to save his life, and he makes dumb decisions. Corey Davis, numbered to 65. I mean, why would you bring in Joe Flacco, for goodness sakes? I mean, what in the world is he doing? Still sitting on Case Keenum. I mean, he just has quarterback issues. To be a quarterback, he's not very good at picking out a new one. Isaac Bruce, that is numbered to 25 for the Rams. A 1-of-1 printing plate, which I am holding upside down. Jameis Winston for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers out of NT, out of 2017 National Treasures. That'll fetch you a little bit of money. Hi, Jesse. How are you doing tonight, Jesse? Numbered to 99, it is Marcus Davenport for the Saints. Yeah, I'm with you, James. It makes no sense why John Elway would do that. And especially like this far out from the draft. You haven't even had time to evaluate the quarterbacks in the draft, see who else might be cut loose. I mean, just why would you do that? To 50, that's Kenny Golladay for the Lions. It's just a really dumb decision. Even if it was only a 4th-round pick, still a dumb decision, I think. It says Golladay and Kerryon Johnson to 20, Detroit Lions. Oh, look at that. The Ravens with a little Willis McGee. Huh. Numbered to 99. There's one you don't pull very often either, by the by. A printing plate for Mr. Drew Brees, a 1-of-1 yellow plate out of 2017 Illusions football. That's for the Saints, of course. Polyrhythmic, how are you feeling? I know you said you had the flu. Are you feeling better tonight? I hope so. I hope that you are feeling better. And I would agree with you that I think the Bills have a lot of potential, but they definitely have to keep Josh Allen upright. So, yeah, they need a low line upgrade. I'm going to agree with you on that. This is Vernon for the Giants, numbered to 99. Next up, numbered to 50, Evan Ingram for the Giants. Then we have Amari Cooper, still a Raider on this card, numbered to 85 with a nice big full coverage relic. I saw the Cardinal. I thought it was going to be Rosen. It's not Rosen. It's Christian Kirk, but you're probably still going to like it. because it's got a patch and an autograph, numbered to 99, Arizona Cardinals. Our 1/1 printing plate is Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills out of 18 luminance. It's a nice little collection there for the Bills. If you could get all the printing plates for him, oh, it'd be nice. Some people do set about to do that, you know, to get all 4 of the printing plates or whatever. Carson for the Seahawks, Chris Carson. Next up, it is Peyton Barber again. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 2/50. Well, I am glad that you are feeling better. You know, yeah, the flu is nasty, and they are, I mean, by all accounts, it is just absolutely rampant this year, which, you know, I mean, and a lot of people seem to be getting it, even if they've had the vaccine. Michael Thomas and Traquan Smith to 85. Although I think it's maybe a little less severe if you catch it after having the vaccine, but good grief, you'd like to think the vaccine would work well enough to keep you from getting it. Numbered to 50, Ronald Jones II, relic and autograph. 1/1 printing plate, Cooper Kupp, Rams out of 17 contenders. All right, here we are on Last Box Mojo time with our last pack. We do still have housekeeping stuff to do up there, our rewards points, a redemption to flip over as well. And then after we look at this, we'll do our housekeeping chores, and then we will recap. So that's kind of the order things are going to go in here. To 99, that is for the Broncos. The little Emmanuel Sanders. This is numbered to 30. Robbie Anderson and the Jets. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mike Evans. And that is to 20. That's a nice patch up at the top in particular. The Dolphins coming in right here at the last with Mike Gesicki. And that is numbered to 99, relic and autograph. And T.Y. Hilton for the Colts, our last printing plate out of 2017 Immaculate Football. Now, we're going to flip over this redemption here in a second. When we do, we're probably going to know what team that it goes for, or to. But we're still going to go to the Panini checklist and put it up on the screen so that everyone can see it and we're all on the same happy page about it. So we'll find out what it's going to be numbered to then as well. After that, we'll give away our rewards points. And it is Saquon Barkley. I told you there was going to be another big hit in here when we got that other points card. Matt Stafford was one of them. Your man Saquon Barkley is the other. Rookie patch autographs blue coming out for the New York Giants. Who, meanwhile, the whole time had probably been just like, fingers crossed, please let that be Saquon. Please let that be Saquon. Yeah, I feel you on that. Nice hit, Giants. Nice hit. So let's get the Panini website up and running here. Let me get myself on the right page, and then I'm going to bring you along with me as soon as I can get myself logged in, which I thought I was, but apparently I'm not. My computer did updates tonight. That always takes away all my bookmarks. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Ooh, I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. I did sneeze into my elbow, okay? So I promise you, not on my hands. You don't have to worry about me touching the cards. And by the way, it's also allergies. I'm not actually sick. I'm just allergic to everything in the entire world. All right, so here we are at the Panini website. Let's bring up the plates and patches checklist here. If I can scroll down here and find it. What did I say the card set was again? Rookie patch autographs blue is what we're looking for. Rookie patch autographs blue. And there is Saquon, card number 230 as we expected. And it is numbered to 50, the big 5-0. So Giants, not too shabby, huh? Saquon to 50. You'll take that all day long, I imagine. So we'll finish labeling that up. Now, We have points cards to award. Here's what's going to happen. I'll bring you along with me. I'm going to go to the checklist, or to the checklist, to the spreadsheet. And from the spreadsheet, I'm going to copy all of the team names. And then we're going to go to random.org where I'm going to paste all of those team names in there. And what did that tell me? I cannot open the clipboard. Why? Why can't you open the clipboard? Windows, what's your stupid problem? All right, well, hopefully that fixed it. So then we're going to paste all of this over here into random.org. Anytime I have 9 or fewer items in a list, we do random 3 times. When I have 10 or more, as is the case here, we're going to do random 1 single time. I'm scrolling through so that you can see all of our teams were actually copied and pasted in here. And here's how it's going to work. The team that ends up in the number 1 position after I randomize is going to get the 400 points card. The team that is in the number 2 position after I randomize will get the 250 points card. All right, so good luck, everybody. So here we go. It is the Colts with the 400 points and the Redskins with 250. So Colts and Redskins taking home our points cards tonight. So let me get that labeled up here. And then we're ready to recap. Oh, James, I've definitely got more Panini One. We're doing it again, what, Sunday night, I think? And then we'll do some more next week as well. So I don't have a lot left. I don't know, 2 or 3 cases left or something. But we definitely have some more. So, all right, we'll recap our printing plates first. So you got Winston for the Bucks, Kerrigan, Redskins, Josh Jackson, which I cannot ever remember. As I said, I think he's either a Charger or a Packer. It's obviously got his college name on there. It goes to his current team. I'll look it up. DeMarco Murray, Titans. Joe Williams, 49ers. Darquez Denard for the Bengals. Joe Williams, 49ers. Jameis Winston, another one for the Buccaneers. Drew Brees and the Saints. Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills. Cooper Kupp for the Rams. T.Y. Hilton for the Colts. So those are our printing plates. Our housekeeping. 400 points went to the Colts. 250 points went to the Redskins. Our redemption is for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. It's going to be numbered to 50. Nice hit for you, New York. Now everything else. We've got Mike Gesicki and the Dolphins. This is out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, followed by, oh, look at that, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dual relics for the Saints. Christian Kirk for the Arizona Cardinals. Amari Cooper was still a Raider, on that card. Willis McGee for the Ravens. Dual relics for the Lions. The Rams with Isaac Bruce. And then you have the Titans with Corey Davis. Another Saints relic, that one Kamara. Doris Fountain for the Colts. Pat Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs. Here's this nice Matt Stafford for the Lions. Hard-signed autograph on a plate out of 2017 plates and patches. I know it's hard to make out with the lighting and the angles, but it definitely does have what the typical, like it's got a line on it, it's got scratches on it. I mean, it's been used in the process to print the thing. So it's not perfect, but it's still a one-of-one Matt Stafford autograph that I think's a nice hit. Carolina Panthers dual relic. Then we have Laquan Treadwell, trio of relics for the Vikings. James White came out for the Patriots. Marcus Mariota and the Titans. Naheem Hines for the Colts. There's a Ray Guy out for the Raiders. And a Josh Allen relic for the Buffalo Bills. Okay, so that is plates and patches, which is going to next bring us into some Revolution Basketball, the Chinese New Year edition. And I'm going to get a few more sleeves out on the table, grab myself a quick little drink of water here, and grab our case. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to give you something different to look at. You know what it is, though. I know. I'm so predictable. So yeah, you probably saw that a minute ago. And for anyone who didn't see it a minute ago, now's your perfect opportunity to review all that shipping information and let me know if you have questions about it. So we are doing 16 boxes, which in this case happens to be, in this instance rather, happens to be 2 cases. Because Revolution Basketball Chinese New Year edition comes in an 8-box case, and there is no such thing as a master case for this. It's just 8-box cases. So there you go. So we're going to do 2 of them tonight. And of course, this also ended tonight on eBay the 15th. Much like our regular Revolution, there is no autograph guarantee in it. Now, in regular Revolution this year, you know, we would find like 3 or 4 in every 8-box case. I have no idea how this is going to go. If we're going to find some or none or what, I don't know. And none of my distributors could tell me either. All they could tell me is, you know, it's not guaranteed. Well, we know that. but they are possibilities, that much I do know. And of course, I think the main thing that we would be looking for in here, outside of the autographs, would be what they call the Chinese New Year parallels. So there's a hollow gold that I think is numbered to 8. There's an emerald that I believe is numbered to 88. And then there's a regular Chinese New Year parallel that is just what they just call the red parallel, which is basically the unnumbered regular pattern for Chinese New Year. Does that make sense? So I think we've got a hollow gold to 8, an emerald to 88, regular one that won't be numbered, and maybe we'll find autographs, maybe we will not. I do not know. But if it is anything like last year, the Chinese New Year parallels themselves, even when not signed, actually did really well on the secondary market for a lot of you guys. So I would, that's what I would say we're primarily looking for. If we find some autographs, so much the better. And I don't remember if it is, if it's per pack, if we're going to find, we're finding, I think, a parallel per pack, I think is the deal in this one. It's a lot different configuration than what the typical, you know, US version is that we've already opened. This is, for some reason, they only make some of these available to the US after they've been released somewhere internationally. Like that new, what's new to us, Prism Choice that I told you guys about the other night. And I did buy some of that. It's here. And it's pretty much Prism, but without base cards, more or less. You know, it's an autograph and a certain number of silver parallels per pack. And then they have special parallels in there, the zebra and the blue-green and something else that you can only get in that choice Prism, and it's really frightfully expensive. So I did not buy it as a full case, but I have some loose boxes of it, and we'll put it together. I'm going to make a Prism mixer that'll have First Off the Line and Prism Choice and some retail mixed in there, probably some fast break. There'll be a bunch of stuff. And then we may do some just, you know, as 1 or 2 box breaks by itself as well. So, hi James Scheisler, and hi Brian. How are you guys tonight? You're looking for some Lakers, and you're looking for Bradley Beal, and Kent is looking for the Warriors and DeAndre Ayton. All right, so I think we've got our Mojo wish list out there. Now let's see what we can find. So this pattern right there, I think, is the pattern. Yes. I was like, I think that is our Chinese New Year pattern. Thank goodness I was right. And it is the emerald, and it is numbered to 88. So, of course, again, this is my first time looking at it, too. So I was just working on it based on the selling information, you know, the sales sheet. So that was Klay Thompson for the Warriors in our first New Year pattern. And then here's DeAndre Ayton on the base New Year pattern. So that's kind of your wish list right there, Kent. Like our first 2 New Year parallels come out as year 2 Mojo wish list there. So that's what our New Year pattern is. Again, the red are unnumbered, the emerald to 88, the hollow gold are to straight up 8. So that's a red Jaron Jackson Jr., unnumbered, but the Chinese New Year. And we do seem to be rolling along at about the 1 per pack rate. So Markelle Fultz for the Sixers. So I think in that spirit, we'll wait and I'll sleeve the vast majority of these after the fact. There's Murray for the Spurs, again with the base red on it. And Troy Brown Jr. for the Wizards. And I do like that they label the pattern this year as New Year on the back, because last year when we opened this, they didn't have a label on the back that told us which one was the Chinese New Year. I just remember like having to guess the first case or so of it. Anthony Davis for NOLA. Kind of handy that they give it to us this time. There's Jimmy Butler for the Timberwolves. And Tyreke Evans for the Pacers. Followed by Draymond Green and the Warriors. And there's Dwight Howard for the Wizards. The Clippers with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So, of course, anytime we get one of our good rookies in any of the Chinese New Year patterns, whether it's numbered or otherwise, it's going to have a pretty good little value to it. Because, again, not a parallel that you find in the traditional USA Revolution version. So, just like when we do finally get into that choice prism, you know, I think when we find that zebra pattern or what are some of those others that are exclusive to that product, you know, you pull one of those for Luca or something. Why is that not, like, why can I not get the plastic off? It's usually worth a little bit of money, you know. Anytime it's different from the norm, that's a good thing. But what I am interested to see is whether or not we pull autographs out of the 8-box case, and if we do, like how many, and because that's kind of the unknown quantity about this whole thing. All I know is it's possible. But I like Revolution. I've always liked Revolution, so that's why we opened Chinese New Year last year, too. I mean, really, other than the exclusive pattern, it's very similar to our traditional American version. Mo Bamba is out there for the Magic. So again, some of our rookies I'll go ahead and sleeve as we find them, and mostly our veterans I'll wait and sleeve after the fact. Vucevic for the Magic. There's DeMar DeRozan for the Spurs. Marvin Bagley's out with a little New Year for the Kings. Followed by Anthony Simons, Trailblazers. I would like to see some more numbered ones. I'd like to find some of the gold ones to 8. Danny Green for the Raptors. Dwight Howard for the Wizards. Followed by Jimmy Butler, T-Wolves. And there's Isaac Bonga for the Lakers. I don't expect them to do Prism Mosaic, James. They only did that the one year where they had that disastrous replay product that they just did not do a good job on. Dante DiVincenzo, that's the New Year Emerald to 88. And they made, the reason that there is Prism Mosaic was it went to people who bought cases of Replay and pre-order. And of course, you know, there was a great kind of outcry about what they had done with Replay and just what you got in the box relative to the price. It was not a good return at all. And a lot of people were complaining about it. So to make up for it, that's Jaylen Brown and the Celtics. To make up for it, Panini produced that Prism Mosaic. Anthony Davis for the Pelicans. And for every case of Replay that you had pre-ordered, you got a case of Prism Mosaic whenever they produced it several months later. Is kind of like a little, you know, whoops, you paid probably a lot more than you should have for that product kind of thing. And that's the only way you could get it, is if you had pre-ordered it. Now, of course, a lot of distributors had pre-ordered a bunch of that product that they then hadn't sold through. So that left them with lots of unclaimed cases of Mosaic, because, of course, you know, they got it all from Panini because they had pre-ordered it. But then people had not pre-ordered it from them. So then they, instead of pairing it with Replay, they just sold the Prism Mosaic by itself to help recover the losses they took on the other. Does that make sense? So that's why there is Prism Mosaic at all. Yeah, Replay, I mean, had some nice individual hits in it, but certainly it had a lot of things in it too that weren't that great, and a lot of repetition in it. And it was nowhere near worth what they charged per case. And then, of course, it made everybody kind of scared of Honors, because Honors came out that same year. And for the first time, Honors, of course, was kind of the football version of Replay. But then Honors came out and was fantastic. It was great in 16. Then they did not sell Honors in 17, but they are bringing it back in 18. But there's no way they could bring Replay back. I mean, if they brought it back, they'd have to call it something else, because, and they would have to, like, do a good job on it, like they do with Honors. So I don't really know what happened with that product, but it was weird. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Clippers with a little New Year red, or base New Year pattern, if you will. There's Justin Jackson for the Magic, same as the red base New Year. And next up is James Harden, Rockets. Marc Gasol for the Grizzlies. Jabari Parker and the Bulls. Colin Sexton, Cavaliers. Oh, Kent, I mean, it's been more the same. I mean, there's a Chinese New Year in every pack, of course. So we've only found, I think, a couple of them that have been numbered so far. Most of them have been the base reds so far. For the Hawks, that's Prince. And then we have Enes Kanter for the Knicks. Dennis Smith Jr., Mavericks. But, of course, in this product, that is what we're looking for anyway, is the Chinese New Year, of course. Blake Griffin for the Pistons. Preferably for our rookies. They're going to bring us the most money in resale land. And there is little Greek Freak's brother, Kostas Antetokounmpo for the Mavericks. And there's Vincent Edwards. Vincent should be to 88, and he is down there for the Rockets. He's the green, or the emerald, rather, parallel. Now, I know I cut the plastic on that. There we go. Like, what is my deal tonight? I can't seem to actually get the plastic off of any of this, which is kind of stupid when you think about it. Because, I mean, how many boxes do I take plastic off of every night? So many. I can't seem to operate. A user error getting the plastic off the ball. I know, crazy. So we'll break some more Chinese New Year Revolution next week as well. We'll probably do the exact same format, 2 cases at once again. Depending on how long this takes to open. I mean, I could even bump us maybe to 3 cases. I don't know. Doesn't take a terribly long time, I don't think, to get through it. So we might even jump it up to a 3-case break next time. I don't know. We'll figure it out sometime between now and the time I get it listed anyway. Meanwhile, of course, we'll have Impeccable Basketball out on Wednesday. And, of course, we're going to break Prism Retail tomorrow night and some other basketball in between. So we'll have plenty to keep us busy until Impeccable comes out. Oh, sorry. Hit the tripod. Sorry. My bad on that, guys. Ran right into it. But at least it didn't go flying. A lot of times it does. Dion Waiters in the Heat. Yeah, those are like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride when I hit it and it goes flying. Anthony Davis for the Pelicans. This should be to 88, and it is for the Emerald version. What happens usually is I get caught up in the cord, and then the whole thing just whoosh. Lonnie Walker for the Spurs. That is Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. Followed by Joe Ingles and the Jazz. Musa for the Nets. Come on, Musa. Don't give us grief. He's trying to argue with me, not go in a sleeve. What was that about, Musa? And there's Aaron Gordon for the Magic. Javon Carter and the Grizzlies. If we can get him in there. Followed by Embiid and the 76ers. De'Aaron Fox and the Kings. Miles Turner for the Pacers. Grayson Allen, Utah Jazz. Yeah, I'm kind of anxious to get into that Panini's Choice, or Prism Choice, I should say. Prism Choice. It is still Panini, but Prism Choice is what I meant to say. Because I kind of like the idea of a Prism that's all hits and no base. Or there may be a couple of base cards in there, but it's not more than that. It's just 1 pack per box, and it's got the autograph and a guaranteed number of silver prisms, I think, and then like a guaranteed number of parallels too. We don't know which one it's going to be, like the zebra or the blue green or the whatever. But even so, you can imagine the appeal to me. It means all the hits with a whole lot less sorting, right? I know. I like that better. But they can't really do that with, you know, from a breaker standpoint, it'd be like, oh yeah, great if they did that for every product, but realistically it wouldn't be, because there's a lot of set builders and they would be super bummed if they didn't have sets and things like that. So, gotta make something for everyone. I think we'll probably try to do mixers next weekend. Next Saturday and Sunday. I think I may pencil us in for some mixers both of those days. Some basketball, some football, some baseball. See what we can put together on some of that. I don't know why I thought that was something, but I guess it's not. But Bruce Brown is for the Pistons. and Andrew Wiggins, T-Wolves. There's Giannis, the Greek Freak, for the Bucks. Jaylen Brown and the Celtics. Wonder if it's really hard for his brother, you know, with Giannis being so good and his brother just kind of coming into the league. I wonder if that's a lot of pressure for him. Colin Sexton for the Cavaliers. Kyle Korver, Cavaliers. It's just a base Ayton. Lonnie Walker for the Spurs. Yeah, my guess is it probably is a lot of pressure for him. There's another Grayson Allen. Because it would be hard to live up to Giannis. I mean, the guy's just a beast. And there is Tony Parker as a Hornet. I'm never going to get used to saying Tony Parker for the Hornets. It just doesn't feel right. And that is Paul Millsap for the Nuggets. Followed by Danny Green and the Raptors. Kyle Kuzma for the Lakers. And that's that box. What is the deal tonight with plastic on these? It's like industrial strength plastic or something. I can't. It does not want to give up the cards that are inside. I'm like, wait, what? No, stop. Oh, I hit something on the computer. Oh, I hit the mouse, basically. It changed the view of what I was looking at, so I had to kind of fix it back. It was going to mess me up if I couldn't see what was going on. So I saw where Dell Demps got fired today. That's only, what, about 6 years too late? I shouldn't say that. That's not nice. But honestly, is anybody really going to say he's done a good job other than drafting Anthony Davis in 2012? I mean, not really, I don't think. So they dumped him unexpectedly, I think, sort of, but expected but not expected. That makes sense. Okubo for the Suns. Jeremy Lin for the Hawks. Draymond Green for the Warriors. And apparently the Anthony Davis injury last night wasn't too terribly bad. Lauri Markkanen for the Bulls. You know what? Hang on a second. This is, I think, numbered. I just noticed it was green when I set it down. I'm thinking I did not flip that over to see the numbering. Yeah, greens are to 88 when we see the emeralds. And I just set it down and then realized it after I had set it down. So better late than never, right? Reggie Jackson, Pistons. And Shake Milton for the 76ers. Do not see a lot of Shake Milton now, do we? Not really. And Ricky Rubio for the Jazz. D'Angelo Russell and the Nets. And Mikal Bridges, Phoenix Suns. They were, I think, a little angry, though, over there at NOLA. The owners were, I think, pretty incensed that apparently Anthony Davis, after he got injured not last night, completely left the arena. Kyle Korver and the Cavs. So I think they were pretty hot about that. Kyle Kuzma and the Lakers. And somehow or another, in a sort of like last straw sort of scenario, I think that's maybe ultimately what got Dale Demps fired. Not really that, because there's a whole lot of stuff, but I mean the whole handling of the Anthony Davis situation, period. The whole handling of the trade request, as well as the, the injury and him leaving the arena last night, etc. And then, whoops, Dimps is fired today. A pack left in that last box. Right here, in this one. I don't see any. That's why we always look in them. But hang on. I can show you. I'll show you. Here's the one before it. And I don't see. I'm looking at all of them down here. Oh, you are right. Look at that one. That one there on the ground. Good call, my friend. Nicely done. See, that is why I show them to you guys. Because sometimes there is something stuck in there that either I see when I show it to you or you guys see when I show it to you. And we grab it. That happens about once every 6 or 9 months probably. But that's exactly why we look at the inside of everything. For that purpose. So thank you, John, for catching that. I don't know how I didn't see it. I guess I showed it to you, and apparently I didn't look down at it at the time I showed it to you. At any rate, thank you for catching it. And that is indeed why we look at them always. Kent, you said you need a big hit to pay for the night. Tell me who your teams are in here again. You hit the 8 in parallel already, but of course I know you want a numbered one, but you do have the 8 in Chinese New Year parallel out of there. But we haven't seen an 8 in emerald or gold. We haven't seen any of the gold hollow yet. Jerome Robinson Clippers. And this is Draymond Green again for the Warriors. Followed by Tyreke Evans and the Pacers. And there's Giannis again for the Greek Freak, or for the Bucks. The Greek Freak for the Bucks. Hey. Andrew Wiggins and the T-Wolves. You have the Suns, the Rockets, and the Warriors. Okay, well we had a couple of Suns. We have Mikal Bridges out as well, I think. Zaire Smith for the 76ers. And I don't remember. We may have pulled. We've definitely pulled some parallels, some Chinese New Year for the Warriors. I don't remember about the Rockets for sure. Jabari Parker and the Bulls to 88, the Emerald parallel. Robert Williams Celtics. But just for kicks, Kent, tell us what does the DeAndre Ayton Chinese New Year version go for, like unnumbered versus to 8 versus to 88? Do you know? That's Tony Parker for the Hornets. I do not know. I legit don't know, which is why I'm wondering if you do. That's Lillard for the Blazers. I mean, I remember just from last year that the Chinese New Year parallel sold well for the rookies. Paul Millsap and the Nuggets. There's Metu for the Spurs. But truly, I don't think we had... Last year, the Chinese New Year parallel wasn't numbered the way it is this year, the best I recall. Ho, there you go, Mavericks. There you go. There's Luka. He is in the red base Chinese New Year parallel. Hopefully we're going to find him in the emerald or the hollow gold before we're done too. But nonetheless, that's a part of what you were looking for sure. Oh, you don't know either, Kent? Yeah, me neither. I haven't looked it up this year. I always mean to look up the prices on completed sales of stuff, and then I get busy doing other things and I somehow don't get it done. It seems like I'm always either listing, sorting, shipping, or, answering emails or something. It seems like every time I want to do it, I don't have time, and then I don't get around to it. So I do need to look that up, though, because I'm kind of curious to know myself. So, of course, we've got another 8-box case after this. This one's a 2-case break. So, it looks like, as you see this, oh, we're coming up on the end. We're not. We got a whole other 8 boxes to go. An entirely other case. So, clearly, our autographed parallels are going to be harder to come by in this version. That much is apparent. But I don't even know last year. I don't think we even had autographed parallels in it last year. Lou Williams, Clippers, that I remember anyway. Paul George and the Thunder. There's another Luka. It's just a base, but still nice to have. Dirk Nowitzki, Mavericks. Followed by LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs. Kyrie Thompson, Pistons. Well, Detroit Pistons action. Markelle Fultz, 76ers. Be interested to see what happens with him down there now that he's at the Magic. It's Eric Gordon in the Rockets. Murray for the Spurs. There's Bates Diop for the T-Wolves. I think it kind of gives him like a little bit of a fresh start. I think it's probably good that they got him out of there, out of Philly, you know. Get down there, get healed up, start over in Orlando, and see if he can't get himself on track. Jacob Evans for the Golden State Warriors. And Dylan Brooks for the Grizzlies. Wendell Carter Jr. for the Bulls. Okay. That's 8-box case number 1. Here comes number 2. Let's get this bad boy unpacked. And we're going to do it all over again with 8 more boxes. I wonder why they don't put as many. I guess because they put in more parallels in here is why they don't put in as many autographs as they do in the regular US version. I don't know. I'm trying to get the rest of these boxes out of here without making a big old mess. They're kind of wedged in there. Okay, now I think I can get them. Come on out of there, the last 2 of you. All right. Now then, onward and upward. So it looks like the Lakers are not going to make the playoffs. So this will be the first time in how many years that LeBron? Has it ever? Has there ever been a time when LeBron didn't make the playoffs? I'm sure in the early Cavaliers years, but it's been a really long time since LeBron James has not made it into the playoffs, and I don't think he's going to get there with the Lakers. It certainly doesn't look like it, does it? So yeah, you know they'll be tearing that down and rebuilding that in the off season. Of course, that's what they tried to do anyway with the Pelicans. Which I'm still amazed. I mean, everything that they offered, God, man, it was their entire young core. It was like it was 5 young players on rookie contracts. Some of which would have probably fit down there and some of which would have been trade candidates and a couple of first-round picks. It's like, I thought it was a pretty good return, but no, everybody else said it was garbage, so it shows you why I'm not a GM. It was Kyle Lowry for the Raptors. This is DeAnthony Melton and the Suns. But of course, then when New Orleans started doing crazy stuff, Clint Capella Rockets, and asking for like 4 first-round draft picks and all that, you knew it was done. LeBron James Lakers, you know, they started asking for like ridiculous stuff. And that is Gortat Clippers. Mitchell Robinson for the Knicks. Trae Young, there we go, for the Atlanta Hawks. So you can kind of start to get a feel for why the rookie versions of these go for money. Dennis Schroeder and the Thunder, because they're not coming out super frequently. Dragic and the Heat. Kristaps for the Knicks. And there is Okogie for Okogie, whichever way you say it, T-Wolves. I've heard his name pronounced like a zillion times. I can't ever remember it. I have a real hard time remembering it. For the Mavericks, that is DeAndre Jordan. It doesn't seem like there's that many cards in each box, but I guess there kind of is. I mean, what, 60? So, yeah, it somehow seems like there should be less than that in there. I'm paranoid now. I double checked that. Like, make sure there's nothing that I left stuck in there. Seems like a Saturday to me. Doesn't really seem like Friday night. Seems like Saturday night. But of course, on actual Saturday night, my Kentucky Wildcats are going to be playing the #1 ranked Tennessee Volunteers in basketball. I don't know what's going to happen. It's almost like we have 2 different teams. One team can show up and play with anybody, and the other team just kind of like laws around and loses big leads and then loses games and just looks sloppy and bored. So I don't know which team will show up tomorrow night. So we might win or we might get our butts completely handed to us. Like the other night with Louisville and Duke. I mean, Louisville had Duke down by what, 22, 23 points or something at halftime, and came back and lost that game by a basket. The same way we lost our game to LSU by a basket down the road. It was a bad night for basketball in Kentucky on Tuesday night. This is Trae Young for the Hawks. That's the second one out of this case after finding none in the first case. 2 out of this one. Kyrie here should be numbered to 88. He's not. Why is he not? I must have looked at it wrong. Let's flip him back over. Oh, because I saw the green for the Celtics colors, but no. There's our red background to tell us it is, in fact, the red unnumbered version. It fooled me for a minute, though. Otto Porter and the Wizards. There's Metu again for the Spurs. And Devin Booker. Nice. Devin Booker for the Suns. Bradley Beal and the Wizards. You wanted Bradley Beal. I know you wanted an autograph for Bradley. We didn't find an autograph yet, of anybody yet, but you did at least get a Chinese New Year parallel for him so far. Kevin Durant and the Warriors. Taurean Prince and the Hawks. Robert Williams for the Celtics. Well, now, Robert Williams, you can cooperate with me. DeAnthony Melton for the Suns. And there is Evan Fournier for the Magic. Is that the last one? No, one more. Jokic for the Nuggets. We talked about him a little bit the other night. His rookie card values are definitely on the uptick. I mean, he just gets a little bit better every year. And his rookie autos are hard to find. There's not many of them. Like maybe four or five sets that he signed in as a rookie, and that was it. Because, I mean, he was a late round pick. He was overseas. They stashed him overseas for a year. He didn't even play the year he was, you know, the first year that they could have brought him over. And they just held his rights and stashed him. Ah, you like that we got your Bradley Beal in the parallel. Good, 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 Brian. I'm glad that makes you happy. Your Wizards have been playing well. You know, I mean, with John Wall out, well, really, I guess at this point he's going to be out for a whole year. I mean, he was out already with the foot surgery and then ruptured the Achilles in that, like, freak fall at his house. So you kind of had to wonder, like, what was going to happen there. But honestly, I mean, they've been playing pretty well, I think. Bad part, though, is just swallowing that giant contract when he's not even going to be on the court for a year. But hey, DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie Cousins, has come back from a ruptured Achilles and looks like he's going to be pretty much, I mean, maybe not quite 100% good as new, but I'd say 95% good as new is how it looks so far anyway. So I would imagine that John Wall can do likewise. They used to say that was kind of a career-ending injury, but it doesn't seem to be the case these days. Jacob Evans for the Warriors. Klay Thompson, Warriors. I want to stop on that. That's not the right pattern. Lonzo Ball and the Lakers. Mo Wagner, Lakers. Jarrett Allen for the Nets. Here's John Wall for the Wizards, speaking of. So now you've got the Beal in the parallel and the John Wall to go along with. Of course, we already found some of your rookie and others in there too, but Dante DiVincenzo, Bucks. Wendell Carter Jr. for the Bulls. I'm just making sure we get the rookie one sleeved as we go. The veterans will do after the fact. It was Andre Drummond and the Pistons. There's John Collins and the Hawks. He's not a rookie as he was last year. See, sometimes they stick around in my head. You know, you get so used to seeing them and saying it. Zach LaVine, Bulls. And Amari Spellman. Now that should be green. Emerald to 88. And it is for the Hawks. Alright, I guess I did not manage to even make an attempt at the plastic on that one, did I? Apparently not. Yes, Sean, this is the first, well, this is our third break of the evening. We've already broken our other two products, but they were baseball and football. This is our 2-case Revolution Chinese New Year edition. Yes. So we opened regular Revolution earlier in the season, but this is our first break of the Chinese New Year edition Revolution. Yes. Did that make sense? Hopefully it did. You're like, wait, that's too much information. So yes, if you are looking for break number 1, the 2-case break of Chinese New Year edition, this is it. So we're actually on the second case. because it was 2 8-box cases. There is no such thing as a master case in the Chinese New Year version anyway. They're all just 8-box cases. So this is our second 8-box case that we'll be halfway through the second 8-box case after we look at what's coming out of the wrappers right now. And then we'll, I should have separated out, and I didn't think about it. I should have separated out the numbered ones, and I did not do that. That was kind of dumb. I sort of semi-separated out the rookies and then didn't even think about, I don't know why I did that. Well, live and learn, right? This is first time we've done Chinese New Year since last year. It takes me a minute to get my feet wet again. Troy Brown Jr. for the Wizards. So when we recap, we'll probably just look at all of them again then. Kyle Lowry and the Raptors. LeBron for the Lakers. Grayson Allen and the Jazz. Followed by Buddy Hield and the Kings. Bruce Brown, Pistons. And Sean, since you're just jumping in, I am sleeving the rookies as we go along, but the veterans I am not at the moment. Brandon Ingram. That's just in the interest of keeping things moving. That is Dennis Schroeder for the Thunder. And DeAndre Jordan, Mavericks. Lonnie Walker for the Spurs. And you may already know this, Sean, but there are 3 different versions in here. There's the base New Year parallel, which is just the red unnumbered. So obviously I don't flip those over because they're unnumbered. There's also a green version. There's Mirotic for the Pelicans. And the emerald green version is numbered to 88. Trevor Ariza and the Suns. And then there's a hollow gold version, excuse me, that is numbered to 8. We have not found any hollow golds yet, nor have we found any autographs yet. But of course, the Chinese New Year parallels are 1 per pack. So lots of those, not a lot of them numbered. So the numbered definitely more scarce than the unnumbered. Which is, typically the case, but at any rate, any of the rookies, let's pull out here, and select veterans as well, will have a decent resale in the parallel, whether it's numbered or unnumbered, or it should. And of course, after we look at everything, if I had been a smarter person when I did this, I would have sat the rookies in one pile and the numbered stuff in one pile and the veterans in one pile, and then we could have just chosen what we wanted to recap, but I didn't. So we'll recap all of them. And there's a pretty good sized stack of our parallels, but we'll just take a quick glance through them all at the end to recap. That was Hamidou Diallo and the Thunder. Paul Gasol for the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors. Devontae Graham, Hornets. Chris Middleton for the Bucks. Brandon Ingram, Lakers. Aaron Holiday for the Pacers. Buddy Hield, Kings. Mirotic for the Pelicans. Landry for the 76ers. So how crazy do you think it's going to be for Zion Williamson next year? I mean, he looks, it's Trevor Ariza and the Suns, he looks to be far and away the head of the class in terms of the draft that will take place after this season. Like, I don't even see anybody close to him. He just looks tremendous, doesn't he? I mean, have you guys watched him? Any of you watched him play? Crazy good. DeAnthony Melton and the Suns, that's in the Emerald New Year to 88. All right, we have completed 13 boxes. We have 3 left to go. $18 down and 3 to go. So I guess my Kentucky Wildcats, or my former Kentucky Wildcats players, we've got a lot of people involved in some of the all-star activities this week. So we'll have to try to get a look at some of those. I always like watching the dunk contest. That's some of my favorites. I saw some video too today, and I don't know, I guess this, who knows who it was other than it was Luka. Somebody standing there, I guess, offered Luka, I don't know how much money, but offered him some money if he hit a shot from where he was standing, which was like probably right at mid-court, right at half court. And Luka turns around and just fires it in on the first try. I mean, just right dead in it. And he made the guy pay him. You couldn't tell how much money the guy gave him, but, you know, it was pretty sweet. Like, I mean, that kid's just unbelievable. Kevin Huerter for the Hawks. But yeah, just turned around just as easily as if he'd been standing at the free throw line. Swish, there it went. And there's Gordon Hayward for the Celtics. Kemba Walker, Hornets. Melvin Frazier for the Magic. There's Hammy again, Diallo for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's very athletic, but he's very raw. He needs a lot of work, or at least he did when he left here. Eric Bledsoe in the Bucks, but he's definitely very athletic. And if they develop him, he could grow into something pretty good, I think. Devontae Graham in the Hornets. Talking about Diallo. Kevin Love, Cavaliers. De'Aaron Fox for the Kings. Isaiah Thomas, Nuggets. Isaiah's finally back in action, right? Oladipo and the Pacers. Dennis Schroeder for the Thunder, but that's green to 88. And we have 2 boxes left. So yeah, the autographs in here are very elusive. I mean, it didn't really, as I said, they never guaranteed them. I wasn't really sure how often they were going to present themselves thus far. I would have to say not often. We have not seen one so far. But at least, you know, there's the guaranteed Chinese parallel in every pack, so that counts for a lot. I mean, at 12 per box, you know, that's a pretty good number, pretty good ratio coming out. A little over 100 a case, I guess. Okay. Landry again for the 76ers. I need to get some more sleeves out on the table, I think. Gone through quite a few here, which I guess I should have expected, considering how many parallels there are. Inglis, Jazz. Mitchell Robinson, that is the Knicks. Willie Cauley-Stein, the big man for the Kings. A green Michael Porter Jr., Emerald /88 for the Denver Nuggets. And there's Josh Okogie again. T-Wolves. And Embiid, 76ers. Aaron Holiday for the Pacers. Russell Westbrook, Thunder. Miles Turner, Pacers. That's Dion Waiters in the Heat. Aaron Gordon and the Magic. Last box mojo time, kids. We need to find some fire in here. Fiery, fire. That's like Beavis and Butthead, wasn't it? Fire. I know. Probably like half of you are not even old enough to know what Beavis and Butthead is. You're just like, wait, what? And the other half of you know that was a really bad impersonation of Beavis and Butthead. I know. Hey, look, you guys aren't chatting with me. I got to amuse myself. What do you want? What do you want? What do you expect from me here? I know. I did see, though, you know, I don't always, I'm very guilty of this. Products that come out every year, like Impeccable and things like that, I just kind of always expect them to be the same. So I don't really look at the sell sheet information most of the time. I don't pay much attention to it when I order it. I just say, oh, it's Impeccable. Okay, this is, you know, how much I'm going to order, and that's that. And then tonight I was copying the manufacturer's information and putting it down at the bottom, as I usually do. And I think it's got something new in it, something different in it. Uh-oh, sneeze coming on. Ooh, hang on. Oh, I'm going to try to see if it'll pass. That is the worst. Enes Kanter and the Knicks. So I think there's some kind of something extra in Impeccable this year. I'm going to have to go back and actually read that sales sheet a little better. Jerome Robinson and the Clippers. Brian, you're not too young to remember Beavis and Butthead. Okay, well, good. at least one of you remembers Beavis and Butthead. That's Emerald /88, Gortat and the Clippers. Yeah, I don't know. Beavis and Butthead always made me laugh. I mean, they just do. It was James Harden and the Rockets, Zaire Smith and the 76ers. Like, it was so stupid, but yet, I don't know. There was something about it just always made me laugh. Jabari Parker and the Bulls. That and South Park. I used to love early South Park. Yeah, like cheesy poofs. Just... I know, there's something seriously wrong with me, I know. Marc Gasol and the Grizzlies. Dennis Smith Jr. and the Mavericks. And here's Okubo again for the Suns. So the Suns have had quite a few parallels for you anyway, Kent. Of course, you're going to see them all here in a minute when we recap the gigantic stack of parallels. Blake Griffin and the Pistons. And who have we here? Jason Tatum coming out for the Celtics in the base New Year. Mikal Bridges comes out one more time for the Suns, right as I'm telling Kent, you got a lot of parallels. He got another one. Okay, so that is Revolution Basketball, and because I stupidly did not sort these as I was going into stacks of numbered versus rookies versus veterans, well, guess what? We're going to lay it all out again. Meanwhile, you guys are like going, wait, that's like over 200 of them in the recap. I know. When we do it the next time, I'm going to remember to set the rookies and the numbered stuff out separate. But this time I didn't, so that's what we're doing. Obviously, you know the drill. If I'm not turning it over, it's the red base version that is not numbered, but they are all the New Year parallel. And there, of course, is your man Luka, if you have the Mavericks tonight. We found a few emeralds to 88. I didn't see any gold hollows to 8. And no autos, but we knew there was a chance of that. Draymond Green was to 88, of course, right there. And frankly, that's not what we were fishing for anyway. We were fishing for our New Year parallels primarily. Dante DiVincenzo emerald to 88. And for the Warriors, that is Klay Thompson to 88. You said the best Beavis and Butthead clip you've ever seen was the MTV when David Letterman slapped Butthead. You know, that makes me want to go back and watch that stuff. I'll probably have to pull that up on YouTube later and watch David Letterman slap Butthead. I know, fond memories we have, don't we, Latch? That is a green for the Thunder with Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, they were something, for sure. Good old Beavis and Butthead. Of course, good grief. I remember when MTV was first a channel. I mean, I know that dates me. I get it, but I do remember it. And it was a big deal when Michael Jackson's Thriller video premiered on MTV. Like, it was a thing you just couldn't miss. You had to be in front of the television waiting for that Thriller video to hit MTV. So yeah, I know. Crazy to think about now, isn't it? That is numbered to 88, Jabari Parker and the Bulls. Yeah, back when the remote control was like you, as your dad or your mom would, or whoever would be like, get up and change the channel. You'd be like, wait, what? Yes, get up, change the channel. So yeah, the good old days with big cabinet televisions and all that stuff. A lot different. This is numbered to 88. It is Anthony Davis and the Pelicans. Well, right, Bruce. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it was a big deal, the premiere of that Thriller video. This is Vincent Edwards and the Rockets in the Emerald parallel to 88. Yeah, I mean, it was a huge deal. Everybody wanted to be around the television when that came on. You did not want to miss the premiere of that Thriller video. And it did not disappoint. I mean, obviously that has withstood the test of time, clearly. A lot of local communities still do that every Halloween. You know, somebody dresses up like Michael and they lead the group through the streets doing the Thriller. This is to 88, Clippers, Gortat. And another to 88 with Michael Porter Jr. and the Nuggets. DeAnthony Melton to 88. Omari Spellman to 88 for the Hawks. So the Hawks actually did pretty well. I mean, you got the Spellman to 88, and you had a couple of uh, of Trae Young, too. So Hawks didn't do too badly in here either. So, all right, that was all of the New Year parallels that we just looked at in the recap. Because, yeah, I know. Like I said, I forgot to set out separately the numbered and the rookies specifically. Next time we'll probably just recap those and not the bets. But tonight you got to see them all again. See, more for your money, a bonus, if you will. Oh, look, I've hit something without even knowing it. Hit the tripod, made it crooked. Fun times, good times. All right, so for anybody who might not have caught this earlier, I'm going to put up your shipping information here real quickly, and we will also take another look at the breaks that are coming up in the days ahead. So let's flip back over here. One more time, please remember there is no mail on Monday for President's Day. Nothing delivered, nothing picked up. I may very well print labels Saturday afternoon, Sunday, Monday. If I do, please understand those are not going to be on the way until Tuesday when they're picked up, which means that tracking actually wouldn't update until Tuesday night. If you're in any of these breaks tonight, you don't have to worry about it here in Revolution. So I should say in plates or patches and in Flash Baseball. If your team did not pull a single card, you are still going to get consolation cards in the mail headed your way. They will ship out when the rest of the break ships out. So tomorrow night, Leaf Autograph Football Jersey, another case of Leaf Flash Baseball, and half case of Prism Basketball Retail. So there's 10 boxes in that, and it is the start of a new case for some people care about that. So in case you do, that's the deal. Sunday is Gold Rush Premier Players Baseball. That's buyback cards. They're kind of the higher end buyback cards for the more desirable players. That's my paraphrasing of the marketing materials, but you'll see a picture of the marketing material on the listing and you can read their wording for it. We'll also do another 20-box master case of Panini One on Sunday night. Monday, Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseball 3-box case. Some more Leaf Flash Baseball and more plates and patches. Tuesday, a Leaf Autograph Multisport Jersey Top Series 1 Baseball Jumbo Full Case. Base cards ship out with their own bidding category. Base cards don't go to the teams in that one. Teams will get numbered cards, autograph cards, relic cards, and anything that Topps has listed as an insert for Top Series 1. Everything else will go to that base card bidding position. On Wednesday, we have 2 new releases. We're going to open them both in a full case on Wednesday night. That will be Impeccable Basketball up first and Select Football up behind that. So Wednesday night going to be so much fun. All right, I think that's it for tonight. That's all the news to use. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything in chat. Let me, I don't know. Why am I centering this now? There's no reason, right? Like we're done. I've already knocked into it, but I don't know. Somehow I felt the need to recenter it. How strange, right? Oh, Latch, you had a black and white RCA television. See, so you too were probably at some point, you were the remote, right? Mom or dad or whoever, sister, brother, yelling, get up and change the channel. Yeah. Well, Brian, I am glad that you had fun in your first break here. I'm glad we found some things for you and definitely would love to see you again. Hopefully I'll see many, or all of you again. So we will, of course, be back at it tomorrow night. So if I don't see you then, hopefully I'll see you sometime soon. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your weekend and we'll see you the next time. Bye, guys and gals.